Today we're going to be going to a flower farm, and after the flower farm we are going to be visiting a transformation of a neighborhood. No, order of events. Wow, it's loud. The order of events is the flower farm. After the flower farm we're going to ride up a cable car so we can ride over the forest and over the city, get great views of that, and then finally we're going to end the day walking through a transformation neighborhood. All right, I got my bags packed and the bus is out front, ready to meet us and take us to the flower farm. So we are on our way. Here's our bus and we're gonna take off. All right, so after approximately a 40-minute drive way up into the mountains, where it is now relatively cooler than it was lower because we are at a higher altitude, we've made it to the flower farm. And I don't know what to expect yet, but I imagine we're just going to see a bunch of variations of flowers. But so far, Ignacio has introduced himself and said that his family is the 6th generation to be in this area, to live in this area, to grow the flowers and to provide flowers, and they're protected under the UNESCO World Heritage Treaty. And so I expect that we're going to see some pretty interesting flowers, and I can't wait to bring them all to you. Okay, so now I'm walking around the flower garden, and what I've learned so far is this is a traditional family garden. And so this family actually gets their revenue selling their flowers and selling vegetables and fruit from their garden out in town, just at the farmer's market. So it's just a traditional family, and this is where the origination of the flowers and the vegetables happened. But anyway, what has been explained so far, in addition to just the standard operations of the family, is the tradition of every year there's a parade, and in this parade the families make these devices that they put over their back, the santillas, and they are judged based on the quality or the quantity of flowers that they have, and also just by other things. And the contest winners end up getting about $5,000 US dollars, and just from participating, I believe they get about $500. And so that's one of the traditions that happens in this region, and it is protected by the government. So other than seeing a bunch of variety of flowers, if you're into flowers, if that's your thing and you just love seeing flowers, then this is certainly a place that you want to come up to visit. we're now done with our flower farm, and we are about to go ride on the cable. And the cable is, I was told, about a 40-minute ride. And we're gonna go on the cable from the top of this mountain, ride over the forest, and ride over the city. So we should get wonderful views, which should be amazing for this video. And after we do that, we're going to stop at the metro. Once we get to the metro, we're gonna go and have lunch. All right, here we go. So here is the metro cable station that we're gonna go on, which is much different than the cable station that I went on when I went up the mountain in Bogota. So we're gonna get on this bad boy. We're gonna get beautiful views, and I'm excited. Also up here at the top is a little flea market, and I just got some fresh fruit. And I'm about to enjoy this fruit as I roll down the forest and over the forest. Exciting time. So what a cool experience we are about to have. So we're actually going to take the metro station, and the metro station here in Colombia, or at least in Medellin, is made up of the cable car that we're about to take now, the train, the bus, the bike. So as long as you pay one time, you can use any of the transit systems. And we're actually about to take this cable car, go all the way to Santo Domingo, and then use the metro station there to go to Acevedo, and then eventually we're going to go to Caribe for lunch, and then after we have lunch we're going to do a community tour. So it's going to be a pretty interesting and exciting ride, so we're going to get to it. They're both good. So we just got on the first cable car. The doors are now closed. We're going to see how long it's going to take, maybe 35 minutes to get to the next one. Hopefully we get some good views.
I know you'd enjoy that.
I would enjoy that.
Alright, so we made it down. So it is now 12:33. So that was only a 20-minute ride. So we got on at 12:10 and now it's 12:33. So we made it down in the cable car off the first cable car, and now we're walking to the next cable car so we can make our transition to the other part of the city. We're in line for the other metro cable, and we're gonna go in and we're gonna go to another part of the city. A connection spot for the metro, but we are not getting off at this point. We are staying on, and we're going to continue riding down until we get to the bottom. I'm going to ask her for her. Alright, so we just made it to the bottom of the cable car. It is now 12:54. We started at 12:10, so that was a 40-minute ride. It actually was pretty hot on that thing. I'm sweating internally. Probably can't see it, but anyway, there's all types of sweat. But we made it to the bottom of the cable car, and now our next move is to get on the train station, but I'm about to see right now. And once we get on the train station, we're gonna take that and see where it takes us next. Yep, so it looks like we are getting on the metro train platform. So we are enjoying ourselves just as if we are living in the city. So we're getting on it. Our transformation tour was given by Moravia Tours. The tour consisted of a walk through the Moravia neighborhood, a neighborhood on the north side of the city of Medellin, Colombia. The transformation history is a bit sad though. In the 1970s, the city made Moravia the site for the city's landfill. So people who didn't want to live next to a city dump were displaced, and those who resisted being displaced just faced the realities of living beside mounds of trash. Then, when the landfill closed in 1984, desperate families began building their houses on top of the dump from whatever they could find in the landfill. Then, in the 1980s and early 1990s, Moravia became one of the most dangerous parts of the city due to the violence from the drug cartels and rival gangs. Eventually, in 2004, the city found hope, Community leaders and the government finally took notice, and eventually the old landfill was converted into an urban park that was filled with a community garden full of flowers and vegetables. Unfortunately, because of Venezuela's current events, many displaced Venezuelans have completely destroyed the urban park, and Moravia is now full of shantytowns. So, I suppose the hope for the community transformation tour is to bring outsiders to learn the history, but also bring money to the area, like what has been done for Community 13, another popular community in Medellin that has transformed itself. Our first stop was to a local restaurant, but I'd admit, I was hesitant to eat there as the conditions of the neighborhood didn't look very clean. I was afraid the uncleanliness carried over, but I was wrong. Lunch was delicious. After lunch, we took a tour of the local community center, Centro de Desarrollo. The community center is a gathering place for the entire neighborhood. But more importantly, it's a place where youth take classes such as English, dance, art, and of course, music. Take a listen. After listening to the students' song, we had a 20-minute lecture that introduced the community leaders' visions, hopes, and dreams for Moravia's future. Later, we went to a small house, which I believe was Moravia's tour's headquarters, and watched a brief video about a few community projects. Interestingly, we were never asked to provide donations. Last, we were all invited to watch a community gathering of dancing, where our tour guide, Danny, had a chance to show us his moves. And that was pretty much everything we did on day 6 as a group in Medellin. We took the metro train back to El Poblado, and I spent the evening in the gym. The next day, day 7, was a free day all to ourselves. So I spent half the day at a Spanish language school and walked around the El Poblado neighborhood before finally making it to the gym in the evening. Day 8, which will be the next and last video in this series, takes us from Medellin to the sweltering heat and humidity of Cartagena. So I hope you stay tuned for that video. In the meantime, if you like this video, give it a like. And before you go, always remember, be safe and go travel. You have everywhere to go see.